Hey everybody, this is Rodney Watson, Politics205.com, Alabama's voice of reason, and I'm a candidate for the District 3 County Commission race, Jefferson County, Alabama. Hey, I'm over at my building where that car drove through it, and I got to meet an adjuster. I wanted to tell you about my building here a little bit. Y'all saw it on Facebook. It's been going on, I guess, now for about a month. Trying to get some stuff settled. But somebody keeps asking me about my insurance, my lawsuit with the city of Hueytown, what happened on it. This place is zoned for an animal hospital. That's the zoning on this location. It's 0.88 acres. I've got nearly 200 foot between, more than 200 foot from one corner to the next property, about 250 down the other side. I have over 100 foot from this building. There's trees till you get to the other house, same on the back. This is a big corner lot. It's almost an acre, 0.88 acres. Well, it's zoned for an animal hospital, okay? And I've had it for a few years, and I put a couple of different stuff in it. I couldn't make it work to suit my numbers. I have a right to do that, you know. I know that sounds frustrating, but if somebody puts some stuff out that they just put out a lot of crap. But as a businessman, you have numbers that you have a right to try to hit. Well, your zoning on a building is the value of that building, the usefulness of that building. And this, inside the B2 zoning, is an animal hospital. You can put a vet right here, and you can do surgeries. You can put dogs to sleep. You can do all the things that required to have a veterinary license that you can't do as an individual. Right here, you can do more than I'm asking to do. Along with doing the things that only a vet can do by state license is boarding, and they could do a dog daycare. Most vets don't do a dog daycare, but most vets do boarding. We're wanting to put a dog daycare and boarding in this facility, along with dog grooming and this retail area up front. Well, we went down there to the city. They pulled up the zoning. It said zone for an animal hospital. It had a little asterisk beside it, like an exception. I don't have it in front of me, but this is the gist of it. I may not be getting my terms exactly right, but it had an exception under animal hospital, and it said had to have a vet on there. Okay. Well, you can say, well, you got to have a vet to do an animal hospital. We're not doing an animal hospital. Okay. Now understand, there's groups of people that will take in animals that's not vets and care for them and give them medical care. All right? You can have a volunteer group come in here and say, well, we're animal rescue. You don't have to be a vet to do that, but you couldn't do that here because you'd have to be a vet to do those activities, okay? You can't do what vets do. It takes a license. Now, a vet can come here and put animal rescue or something. We wasn't asking to do the things that vets do, that you have to be licensed to do, okay? In other words, like an animal hospital or an animal rescue, they might have some sick animals and a vet comes in here and helps them, but he's not there every day. We wasn't asking to do that. We was asking to board animals and do dog daycare along with grooming, and retail. All right? They wouldn't let us do it. They told us to go for the board, the zoning, the appeals and adjustments board. Paid our $100, went before them. They sent out the notices. People in the community said it was going to put I forget what they call it, Humane Society here said we was going to put kennels, like commercial kennels, raising dogs. Said we was going to do a lot of stuff here. All right? And they come out. Community come out. People across the street over here come out and said we'd be disturbing them on Sundays and during weddings and all this. And we had 2 people vote for us because we told us we're going to put a dog daycare and boarding, and 2 against. Well, one of the no votes was Dr. Hayes. He's on the board. He's a veterinarian that was hooked up with the Hueytown Vet Clinic over here years ago, and they're building a new facility. Okay, that's fact. He shouldn't even been on the board. He should have had to recuse himself. I put this out. People on the church over here said they didn't want anything to do with animals over here. Right, but we're zoned for an animal hospital, okay? We got through there, and I said, I'm going to sue them. They went there and get us an attorney. Said, yeah, you got a claim under arbitrary and capricious, saying that the decision was arbitrary and capricious. We sued them. They hauled around there for about a year trying to get it to court. We finally get a court date. 2 days prior to the court date, my attorney calls me and says, Roddy, they want to come in agreement with you. And he gave me the terms that we would agree to. But I got to go back before the board. I said I would agree to that. Alright? So we withdrew the lawsuit. They were terms that I was willing to agree to originally. Indoor boarding, no outdoor boarding. Put some drains in, plumbing, everything indoors. Everything to protect the neighborhood. That's what a B2 zoning is. They're concerned about the neighborhood. We protect the neighborhood. The city always has the right to shut you down no matter what business you're in if you're not behaving correctly. If the community doesn't support me because I'm not behaving correctly, they shut me down financially. But I agreed to that. I said, yeah, if we can go back before the board, we'll say we'll do this. We'll do that. So we withdrew it with the option that if we didn't get to do what we agreed to do, because we still had to go back before the board and the community still got to come back out, that we could open our lawsuit back up. All right? They still had to go back to the process and let the community speak on it. But we was going to agree on these things. And they said, well, if you do that, you'll have a chance maybe for the community to let that go. And that Dr. Hayes was going to recuse himself. All right? That was 2 days before court. That's the process we was in when we got wrecked right here. It had nothing to do with this election. Now we're looking at our whole life as a married couple that's been married 25 years, deciding our future, how much money we want to spend on this building in this location. That's what's going on with this building, okay? We did not drop the lawsuit so we could run in this election. We had every right to defend our rights at this location. It was zoned for an animal hospital, and that's what I defended. It has nothing to do with the election. Not made at the church. That's how it broke down. 2 days prior, my lawyer told me that. We decided we would withdraw it. I forget what they call that term, but we have the right to go back to court if it doesn't go our way, per us agreeing on this stuff, okay? Alright, put that to the side. Let me tell you something else. Been watching Facebook. I've been going back and forth with this woman that said I'm not a Christian. And she, from the very first, she's been twisting and manipulating anything I say. The truth, she'll twist it and come back from the other side. And I told her that was witchcraft. In the Old Testament, they put people to death for that. Let me tell you what witchcraft is in today's society. And see, I'm not only a Christian, but I also study history and societies and how they come about. Marketing is witchcraft in today's society. The marketing tactics they use today in society are the same tactics that they used to put somebody to death for. Somewhere around the 1960s, people would have products, if it was a can of beans or a new plow that the farmer used, they'd say, look, this is a can of beans. They're great and wonderful. They got a piece of ham in them. They're the best tasting beans. Come out and get you a can, guarantee you'll like it. That's how they advertise beans. And plow, they say, hey, y'all, I got a plow right here. I'm going to sell it to you. This is the price. It does such and such for you in the field. It outlasts other plows by a month, or not a month, but 10 years or something, okay? Now, I'm just giving you a scenario here. That's how things was marketed. They marketed it in line with its utility and what it can do for you. That's not the way they market things anymore. And this changed about in the 1970s. In the 60s, after your drug culture and your sexual promiscuity took off, and you had this free love and this sexual revolution, they learned in the 1960s that they could market to you and tie your desire for a product or service, not to the utility of it, the usefulness of it, but to the emotion of it. See? In other words, they could sell you a plow if they could tell you how great it was going to make you feel, or how many women it was going to get you to pick up, from a plow company could say, look here, farmer, buy this plow, and women will go crazy over you. Now that sounds ridiculous. Me saying I'm using a ridiculous example to tell you something. They take a can of beer, and they've been doing it since I was a kid. For young men, they'll take this case of beer. You drink, there's probably, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with drinking. Really. I'm a Baptist, but you can't be a drunkard. But if you drink a little bit, and you're in control of your life, and you're not out drinking and driving and causing problems, and it doesn't get in the way of your employment, and you're not addicted to it, you can do without it, you're probably fine. I can't read your soul about it, your heart about it, but that's where I am on drinking. But they'll take a case of beer, and they'll take a young man, they'll put him a half-naked woman beside it, and they'll convince that young man that he'll buy this case of beer, and half-naked women will run around with him all the time. So they attach an emotion to that, and they'll get you to buy that. When you go buy a car now, they'll get you in that car. And they'll say, man, they'll let you drive it. Feel that pickup? Man, that's got power. Feel these seats, how nice they are. They attach an emotion to that purchase for you, okay? Well, people, that's witchcraft. That's what witchcraft was in the Old Testament. And there's more to it than that. There is, if you study Anton LaVey's witchcraft, there is two different kinds of witchcraft, lesser magic and greater magic. I'm not going to get into all that. But I've studied it, I can see it, and I leave it alone when people are trying to put it on me. If you can't tell me the utility of something and sell it to me, I get away from you. And also this manipulating and twisting and changing the story is part of it. As my opponents have done, accused me of lying, and I've been completely honest and upfront with y'all. And I've been completely honest and upfront with y'all because of my faith in Christ. This woman said I wasn't a Christian because I'm up front with you. She said I haven't been civil. This whole campaign's been civil. I've been civil. I'm not so sure other people's been civil. Look at my building. You know what I mean? Go on with friends. Don't let friends vote for Rodney Watson. See if they're being civil. But this is politics. And they got a right to do that. People's died overseas for their right to make a video, a Facebook page. Okay? But I've been civil, and I am a Christian. But there are idiots in this world. We'll talk about that stadium in a minute. Jenny Stevens and the other commissioners and the city council of Birmingham was supposed to look out for the citizens. But they allowed emotion of this stadium and the tale of economic development to sway them. Instead of getting the internet out and doing basic searches on economic development stadiums. It's right there. I was against it. I showed y'all the economic studies why I was against it. That's the truth. I didn't use any emotion with it. I remember about this stadium, after they voted on it, they put a big picture out. I think it was on one of the news sources, but it kind of put the stadium in a kind of a light. It said something, the dream is here or something, but it kind of gave an emotional feel about this stadium. It didn't talk about all the costs that's going to come along with it. It didn't talk about all the per capita income that it actually lowers in the area. That's marketing. Marketing is witchcraft. Manipulating the truth, turning the truth on its head, is witchcraft in the Old Testament. Now, you'd have to be a person of study to understand this. They don't teach us marketing in high school or in your churches. They don't. Marketing is witchcraft. Ties. Unless they're just telling you the utility of something and what good it can do for you. But when they start tying your emotion to something, they're manipulating you and they're practicing the witchcraft that's in the Old Testament. A piece of it, not all of it. When they rely on fear, hope, love, and happiness, that you've got to buy something or you've got to participate in something to either get love, joy, happiness, whatever I just named, or to scare you, say, well, if you don't do this, this will happen to you, something bad will happen to you. When they use emotion to make you make a decision instead of the utility of something and the purpose of it, they're using witchcraft. And it's what they call today marketing. Okay? You make me your commissioner. They can't put this wild and guile on me. I'll break down every decision into its utility. I recognize it. I can smell it. What I'm talking about. I can recognize the witchcraft. I can smell the witchcraft. When they start trying to use your emotion instead of good, sound, common sense, you better look out. You just need to get away from that person completely. And they did it with this stadium. This stadium is a classic study of what I'm talking about. They got the college kids upset and riled up about not having a stadium. They made it about UAB football, and it's going to cement our future. And it really it's winning's going to cement our future. They used all the emotions, and they didn't say people like me is against UAB, and I'm 100% for UAB, maybe 200% if there's such a thing for being for something. As a research hospital, you've got to be an idiot not to be for UAB as a research hospital. And I'm not against UAB in their sports, as long as they're winning. But this stadium, I've been against it. And then it ain't good for Birmingham. I heard the mayor say the other day in some meeting that it's going to put us on the map. No, it's not. And even if it was, you don't build a stadium to be put on the map. UAB winning can put us on the map. Birmingham getting their crime down can put us on the map. Birmingham being a major job producer can put us on the map. I don't want to talk down about the mayor. There's other groups of people that they do things just to be known. They're not doing it to be purposeful. You know what I mean? I will not participate in a marketing scheme that doesn't have the utility to go along with it for the citizens of Jefferson County, and in particular District 3. That's where I am. And I won't do it because I'm a Christian. It violates my Christian faith to lie to you, manipulate you, or allow you to be manipulated. Okay? As your county commissioner, I'm supposed to do due diligence and look into something real deep and know the outcome for you. Put the emotion to the side. We haven't had that in Jimmy Stevens. Jimmy Stevens has been shaking hands at the Boy Scouts, but he ain't been talking about the trash. Jimmy Stevens loves to shake hands, but he don't want to talk about the poverty rate. We're in an economic boom, and this is the situation that we're in District 3. These politicians that won't talk to you on Facebook and won't be 100% transparent with you, they're putting a little bit of witchcraft on you or marketing on you, a wild and guile that I won't put on you. I've been honest with you. I've been honest with you because it's part of my Christian faith to be honest with you. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. There is a level of professionalism that you're going to expect out of me, and you will get that every single day out of me. But I do have opponents, and to be honest with you, I'm being 100% honest with them. I'm being good to them, so they know who I am. But I will not put a marketing scheme on you. I will not make you think I'm somebody that I'm not. Now, this image that you have of me is not 100% who I am. I have a lot of fun, anybody that knows me. But county government, and borrowing $90 million for the city, or us putting $1 million a year into something that's not going to work, is not something to really be out here joking about. I've laughed about it a little bit because it's embarrassing in a way, and it's funny how ridiculous it is. But the reality is, we don't have the commissioner that we need. That's why I ran. He's shaking hands over here, and he's leaving litter on the side of my road. All you got to do with the litter is get the fines raised and put some litter cams out, get some enforcement going. I've seen it in other communities. It works. But you have people on the internet saying that doesn't work. I just mentioned about a non-user fee coming, and people saying, you're lying. And a lady has it on her billboard that says sewer rate relief coming. Well, there's a couple of different kinds of sewer rate relief. That's got to spread it out on other people. A non-user fee is in the works. Whether they directly build it or they tack it on to another tax, they're going to do everything they can to get a non-user fee so everybody in Jefferson County is paying it. They just about got to if they don't bring population in, and they're not going to do that. And I'll be against it. But I can't just be against sewer bill relief or a non-user fee and not be out here actively pursuing the solutions to the sewer which is more people and more jobs that pay good wages. You've got to do both. You can't just be against something and not for something else that's going to counter the problem. And those are going to be the areas that you're going to have to fight for in District 3. When we come up with some solutions for District 3, it's going to really help everybody. They're going to fight us on it because they give in to marketing or witchcraft. That's what it is. We don't call it that today. It's marketing. And they put a marketing job with the stadium. They put it on Jimmy Stevens. He's trying to put one on us now. These supporters of his are trying to put one on you by telling you I'm a liar. What have I lied about? They're trying to put it on you about this non-user fee, and there's a political candidate that's got it on her sign. Sewer bill relief. That's a non-user fee is what that is. If she wasn't going to put non-user fee on it, she had to put a little marketing, a little witchcraft on it. Sewer bill relief. You can't get that but a couple of different ways. You got to get it from people that can help you pay that. This is Rodney Watson. I just want to explain a little bit to you kind of what's going on here. What's going on with being that woman that I said she's using witchcraft. What is witchcraft? It's marketing. And they put it on you and they won't put it on me. You want a good commissioner that recognizes marketing for what it is and will protect us, you'll vote for me on June 5th. And we'll get some of this stuff done, and we'll make District 3 a nice place to live, and we will tie District 3's cleanliness, happiness, and environment to the economy over here, because we're going to go after that outdoor economy. Once we start making our money off of our natural resources, it'll be in the politician's best interest to keep it clean for us going into the future. Rodney Watson, District 3 County Commission on June 5th. I got to beat Jimmy in the Republican primary. Thank you.